Today's theme is silence, and these poems illustrate the way that silence can be thrust upon us, but also how the act of choosing to be silent can be very powerful and even harmful. I'll be reading Sandy's poem, Cognitive Overload Virtually Invites Disaster-19, aka COVID-19, and follow with my poem, Silent Treatment. Instead of stained glass, the glass in this video will come from computer screens that we all saw a lot of during that time. The silence in Sandy's poem partly comes from its COVID setting, a time we all experienced different degrees of silence and isolation. The poem elicits, too, the feelings of confusion and grief swirling in our consciousness back then, both personal and collective. Feelings all too often exacerbated or twisted by a lack of information or by misinformation, leading to fear, suspicion, anxiety. This sense of unease under quarantine is captured visually in the poem as well. You'll see how Sandy socially distances the letters of each word while also capitalizing every letter I, making it clear this speaker is not part of a COVID pod quarantined with family or friends, but completely alone. More than simply a visual metaphor, the presentation makes the poem draining to read as the letters dance across the page, a palpable reminder of the daily physical and emotional exhaustion of simply living through the COVID experience in all its iterations. Cognitive Overload Virtually Invites Disaster-19 by Sandra Yanone, from her book The Glass Studio, published by Salmon Press. Because now I live inside a ghost town, this is the time to release all the secrets in the sidewalk's cracks and write. Let the words congregate like the traffic I once swore at under my breath. Let these lines be stronger than those broken at every supermarket, broken with people hoarding their favored necessities, lost in their unrequited agonies of separation that we'll call social distancing for now. I will permit myself 5 minutes inside. I wander down the cavernous aisles in search of organic brown eggs. Outside, traces of Girl Scouts from days ago still linger with their sashes and cookies. Aluminum cans of tuna might be the only food that saves me. I am determined to say hello to anyone in this ghost town's lonely open store. Someone nearly accidentally approaches. I see the terror in her body's knee-jerk of the cart. Even her eyes swerve away. No words exchanged, no whites of the teeth. I try not to blame her. I'm the virus in her shell-shocked eyes, a stranger in an empty Safeway buying tuna. Maybe this is the moment I should start breathing poetry from my lungs? What brand of isolation remains expired on the shelves? Back home, I am reduced to a husk of screened-in work. My employer lures me into learning new platforms at the speed of light because computers are the only thing I'm allowed to touch. In my ghost town, I suspect the screen's glow has mutated into some people's moonlight. If I could, I would ransack some joy. I would smash all the glass screens, make looting my new employment. Meanwhile, a friend writes a poem about being an undertaker. He is not an undertaker, but, like me, he's caught in this century's undertow. Will this poem be my final lover? My fingertips grope for the skin of these keys. May you recover some comfort in this day's distant light. And now for my poem, Silent Treatment, where silence isn't some benign act of not speaking, but instead a powerful weapon of judgment and accusation that allows no debate, accepts no blame or responsibility, and takes no prisoners. Certainly, silence can be triggered by trauma, but silence also can cause trauma as our brains work overtime to craft a kind of one-sided closure with the ghosts of all the unfinished conversations, regrets, and hurts that haunt our memories. Silent Treatment by Kate Flaherty, with an epigraph from poet Weldon Keys. We are concerned with that destructive silence impending in the dark that never harms us till it strikes, washing the past away. Weldon Keys, Sistina, Travel Notes. Mark my words, your silence was not treatment, but anger marked by accusation, judgment, fear, despair. More cutting than shouting, more painful than a slap, well placed, leaving no outside mark. That silence became your final means of control, the only choice left you. In death, your final word remains unspoken. With death, your silence remains endlessly resurrected, leaving forgiveness a question forever unasked, forever unanswered.